Hello, how are you? Whoever you are in the bushes, just give me a moment. I'm waiting for some more people to come over so we can talk. Hey, Indigo, baby, how are you? Thank you for coming over. I'm going to try to make this short, sweet, and quick as possible because I know some people may have something they're trying to do. I see I got 3 people up in here. Please like the video as you come in or as you leave. I'm trying to see Indigo if I'm going to get some more people over here because I saw Dr. J was live. Hey, giving you the side eye, baby. Thank you for coming over. What we finna do, honey, we finna have a serious, serious conversation. And this is something that needs to be talked about. I hope I don't step on nobody's toes, hurt nobody's feelings, but this is real. And some things need to be spoke on. And I told y'all I was gonna bring y'all some different content because what's really going on in the sector right now not interesting me. I want to talk about families and family reunions. I've already came on here one time and talked about the molestation that happens in families, but this time I want to talk about how you have family members and no one knows each other in the family. Like your children doesn't know their second and third cousins in the family, or your family was separated as your matriarch passed along in your family and you no longer get together like you used to. That's what I want to talk about today because it introduce our children to their cousins and other family members in the family. It could be a tragedy down the line because if you have a grandmother and she was your matriarch of your family and your grandmother had a sister and your grandmother passed away, then your sister passed away. But no, let me go back and let me repeat that. Your grandmother was the matriarch of your family, okay? But your grandmother passed away. Your grandmother had other siblings and they had children. And by your family not being as close as it used to be, you may not know your grandmother's sister's grandchildren, but I'm quite sure you would know their children, but grandchildren and things like that. So I'm just trying to figure out what is really going on in the family. Do you know your siblings? Do you know your cousins and first and second and third cousins? You know, because now you're having children. And are you introducing your children to your third and fourth cousins so they can know who everyone is in the family? But it's sad because was speaking with one of my moderators, and she said that that almost happened to her. So I know it goes on. And you right, Indigo. Also, men in the family having outside babies. And some of the family members are helping hide the child. And that's what's the crazy part. But what I'm talking about now is if, like I stated, if your matriarch of your family pass away, do you still have family get-togethers like Sunday dinners, the 4th of July, or any other major holiday? When was the last time your family had a family reunion? Does your family know all of your relatives? Do they know one another? Do your kids know their cousins? Like I stated, first, second, and third. Because remember, our generations goes a long ways. And from the look of it, Indigo, it ain't nobody but me and you over here and a couple of people in the bushes. That's good. I'm going to continue with my commentary because I knew that it probably would be like this because I'm not speaking on no trash. And I knew Brother Jay was on, but I thought by now he probably would have had ended his life. But I'm going to continue. This is something that we need to speak on. Because if you don't know, or your kids, maybe, if you don't know, maybe your kids may be dating someone in the family. So make sure that your family know all of the family before it becomes something that you would be ashamed of. Hey now, baby, thank you for coming on over. Before it becomes something you be ashamed of. What I'm talking about now is families not knowing their family and family reunions and things like that. Now, you can become ashamed because if you did not introduce your child to a family member and they wind up dating that person without bringing them home, letting you know who they're dating, you may wind up being ashamed later because something may happen with those two and then it'll be too late. Now, I believe family tree, first, second, third, fourth, whatever cousin you have, I think you should know. And I feel us as Black people and families, we should be able to come together and be able to come together with our family and, do a family reunion. Because if y'all are not getting together on Sundays as you would do at Big Mama's house, we know something is wrong. Because regardless, when your big mama was alive or your grandmother, whatever you called her, nana, whatever you called her was alive, you cannot tell me you were not going over her house on Sundays for dinner. That happened in all Black families. And it stopped happening when the grandmother would pass away. And I'm still trying to understand what at where did it break down? Did it break down when the grandmother passed away? Or were y'all just not feeling the Sunday dinners anymore? Um, Not even just the Sunday dinners, game nights. I know some family that used to have game nights every week. Those have broken down. Just being around your family, period. But the reunion is the most important part for me. And why I say the reunion is the most important part, because that means family gets to come together. You get to enjoy each other. Y'all get to sit down. Y'all get to talk. Your child is meeting their children. And it becomes a tradition in a family to which generation is going to schedule the next family reunion. Now, I know and you know what, Indigo? That's where the shame come in at. Because if it's not as important to the generation like it was back in the day, that's sad. It's real sad. And when Tyler Perry made his movie, not trying to talk about Tyler Perry, nothing, because I know people not feeling Tyler right now. But when Tyler made that movie, the Family Reunion, he was trying to show us as Black people what we are missing with our families. And I'm confused about it, really, because if we don't care anymore, that means our children are not going to care as well. And maybe if we was having some of these family get-togethers and reunions, this would keep a lot of our young Black men out of prison, keep a lot of them alive, keep them out of the streets, so they can get that, so they know that they got somebody in the family that, you know, will have their back and not feel alone sometimes. Because I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. Me and my cousin have been trying to do a family reunion since I moved to Georgia. And everybody has an excuse. They don't know where they want to go. They don't know what they want to do. It's just so much. And it is sad, Indigo. You shouldn't just have to come together for funerals. And that's normally when they come together. I can't remember a 4th of July cookout with at least 15 of my cousins, aunts, uncles, or anyone coming together since my grandmother passed. And that's sad. And I only feel like right now I'm just talking to my moderators, but that's fine. I'm going to continue with my commentary. I had already told Indigo before I even decided to come on here to do this commentary that wasn't nobody gonna show. because they don't want to talk about real shit. They rather talk about a content creator or the mess that's on these YouTube streets. When you gonna learn something different? When you gonna do something different? You right, Indigo. Back in the day, the elders did keep everyone aware of the present and the past family members. We knew where we came from and we knew who we belonged to. You correct. You correct about that. And then not even that, the people in the neighborhood used to want to come to your house because they know your house was going to be lit. You were going to have a good time. The food was going to be good. And y'all was just going to enjoy each other. You can't even get black families to enjoy each other no more. But you can get a black person to come on YouTube and talk about the next black person, and then these people on here think it's okay. Now, if my title would have had somebody's name in it or something to do with something, they would have been over here supporting me. You feel what I'm saying? When they think I'm finna go off and snap on somebody, they be right here. But now that I'm talking about some real serious issues, things that need to be talked about, ain't nobody up in here. I'm even missing a moderator. And I think that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to keep it pushing. And I'm going to keep on doing what I do. Because eventually they'll find out. They'll find out and they'll realize everything ain't about gossip and everything ain't garbage. And I'm just being real. And just like I can support others, I feel the same way they should be able to support me. You know that's right, Indigo. You know that's right. All the way right. But I'm good. I'm going to continue to do things like this because it's a better look for me. Because I could have been on here dragging. I could have been on here going through the motions. And it is what it is. But you understand where I'm coming from. And I hope Nep understands where I'm coming from because he's also somebody that has a big family. And it's crazy that we don't know everybody in our family. That's the sad part about it. And people are scared to put money together to bring to bring their families together for the family reunion. So it's gonna do what it's doing. You feel me? And I just went and Brother Jay Chatter dropped down in there and told him I was live and thank you. Because he just went off and I be there if he ain't come back on again and talk about the same bullshit. See, that's what they like to do. And I can't continue, I can't be like that no more. I can't come on here and continue to keep talking about all these content creators because it don't make no sense. Because if people continue to keep talking about the same shit all the time, it's gonna be the same shit all the time. Hey, Nikki, baby, thank you for coming over. I knew you saw my drop down in Brother Jay's chat, but I was over here talking about families and family reunions and how our families are not sticking together and not having family reunions anymore. And do you really know everybody that you're related to? And the reason why I really made this video was I was trying to look out for our kids that comes in the new generation to make sure that they know their siblings so they won't fall in love with one of their siblings and have a baby. And then we won't know till the baby comes that that was their second or third cousin that they had a baby from. That's all I'm trying to stop. That's why I'm having this conversation. It must be had. It should be had. And we need to get back to the old days, basically. If we can get back to the old days of the elders of the family continuing on the legacy of the family, you know, even after somebody don't pass away in the family that was the matriarch, you should have someone to come behind her, like a auntie or someone in your family to carry on the tradition where grandmother left off. And I think in my eyes, it should be the elder daughter should be the one to do that. And you know, Nikki, you right, mine is too. And this has been on my mind because as I said a little earlier, I have been trying for the last 3 years since I moved to Georgia to try my family together to figure out where we can go and have a family. Everybody has excuses. First, we wanted to do it on water. I felt like doing it on water because that means it would have been fun. We would have been on a cruise. Everything else would have been paid for. Only thing you would have had to do was pay your boarding fees and whatever dock fees you have to pay when you go to a dock. Okay? That wasn't that bad. Then everybody was saying, oh, we can't do that. We can't do that. Then we thought about doing it on land in my hometown, but just not in the same city. They had an issue with that. So right now, me and my other cousin have been working on this. We just basically at a standstill because we can't get nobody to say that they want to come in with us and help us plan, or I know designated enough to trust to hold the money. Okay, Tanara, you good, baby. To hold the money that we can trust so everybody can send their funds in. It's crazy. And then we don't get together no more for holidays. That's even crazier. Because we used to have some bomb Sunday dinners at my grandma's house. So I don't understand why nobody could pick that up. Now, I could throw down. And I don't know how to cook just a little bit of food. I always knew how to cook big meals. So when I was back home and I cooked on Sunday, a couple of people would stop by, but no one ever said, oh, let's come to your house and everybody get together and we do this, we chip in on this and we do this, we have a Sunday dinner, sit down, laugh, play cards, whatever. That don't happen. So I'm just want to talk about it because it ain't being talked about no more. Ain't nobody mentioning nothing like that. These conversations on YouTube is only about other content creators and the bullshit. And basically, at this point, I'm fed up with it. I'm trying to move in a different direction. It ain't worth talking about Tracy. It ain't worth talking about none of these people that ain't gonna change on YouTube. Because they are the main ones that I'm basically talking about. When the last time have you seen family? You be on YouTube more than you be with your family. And it shows to the people that be on here like they do. They have none whatsoever. And you can tell the ones that ain't got no life because they on here talking about other people, trying to tear them down, not trying to build them up, and not talking about real life issues. The way this world is going right now, we most definitely need to stick together with our family. We ain't gonna stick together with nobody. And yes, it is hard to try to speak with your family members when they're not on the same mind level as you. It's hard. I ain't gonna tell no lie, it's hard. And that's why I decided to do this video today. And family reunions. Because we all know basically your family gone. Only time they come together, as Indigo said, at a funeral. Why do we got to keep coming together at funerals? Why we just can't come together because we're a loving family and we love each other? Period. Why we can't get together once a year, have a family reunion, so our children can know your children and know their children and know their children. It's just that simple and easy. It really don't cost that much to get a family reunion together. Buy some t-shirts, get some food, get somewhere to have the reunion. You get together, have a car wash. You get together, have a fish fry. Sell some t-shirts. Do something to build your money up so you can have these luxuries to be able to do this with your family every year. Now, I ain't gonna lie, it's this family bike home. And they are humongous. Okay? But these people make sure every year they have a dance around Christmas, which is a Christmas party. They do stuff all throughout the year. And when it's 4th of July time, it's their family reunion time. And you gonna know it's their family reunion time because everybody in that family got a family reunion shirt. They have their designated spots of where they're gonna be. And they have a good time. I have not yet heard nobody say they didn't like it. And it's sad when it's a lot of families that I know that does that and invite friends to their family reunion and they never have anything bad to say about it. Everybody got that one drunk uncle. Everybody got that one drunk cousin. But see, if you know how to handle them, they'll be okay. Do that, Nikki. Make sure you do that, baby. Because we need that right now. in all families, not just our own. A lot of families need that. And that's a great idea, great idea. Because if you start with the men, the women gonna follow suit, Then they gonna want to have probably a mother son dinner, or mother daughter breakfast. You know, start from somewhere. If it ain't nothing but a Sunday dinner on Sundays, or a nice crab boil on a Saturday. Get some games and sit home and drink and play some games and play cards and do whatever you can, you know, to get people to come over. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I just came on here because I really wanted to get it out. It's been on my mind for a while. And I had talked to my moderators and I told them I'm gonna have to work around their schedules. And this was the perfect time for me tonight. And it was the perfect time for them as well. So I'm basically, trying to move this sector in a different direction so we won't continue to keep going through the same thing. And I see Five Babe just came on, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this. But remember what I said. Keep working on your family, Nikki, baby. And I'm gonna continue to trying to keep work on mine. And Tanari, you already worked on yours. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful night. And thank y'all for coming over.